This is the global news update on top accolade news. From political unrest to trade battles, from courtrooms to climate shocks, the headlines tonight paint a world under strain. Nations are wrestling with violence, economies are recalibrating, and even sports and culture reflect the turbulence of our times. The headlines: Manhunt underway for sniper who killed conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Ex-Chief Justice Karki tipped to lead Nepal's interim government after protests. Prince Harry and King Charles share private tea. Mexico to hike tariffs on Chinese cars and imports. We begin tonight in the United States, where a shocking act of political violence has left one of conservatism's most visible voices dead. Police and federal agents are hunting a sniper who fatally shot conservative commentator Charlie Kirk during a Utah Valley University event attended by 3,000 people, with security footage showing a suspect dressed in dark clothing fleeing a rooftop perch. Kirk, co-founder of Turning Point USA and a key Trump ally, died hours later in the hospital as leaders across the political spectrum condemned the attack, though partisan blame quickly followed. The murder underscores America's grim trajectory when even a debate about gun violence ends in gunfire. Democracy itself sits in the crosshairs. From violence shaking American democracy to upheaval in South Asia, Nepal now faces its own political reckoning after mass protests forced out its prime minister. Nepal's former Supreme Court Chief Justice Sushila Karki has emerged as the frontrunner to head a transitional government after Gen Z-led protests toppled Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli, touched parliament, and left at least 25 dead in the nation's worst unrest in decades. Army Chief Ashok Raj has consulted protest leaders, though divisions remain within the movement, while fresh violence saw troops open fire to halt a prison breakout, injuring a dozen inmates. In a country where anger at corruption has boiled over, the choice of who leads next may decide whether Nepal heals or burns again. From political unrest in Nepal, we turn to the United States, where a quiet royal meeting is stirring hopes of reconciliation within the monarchy. Prince Harry met privately with King Charles III at Clarence House on Wednesday, the first encounter in 17 months, raising hopes of reconciliation after years of estrangement following Harry and Meghan's departure from royal duties. The meeting came as the king continues cancer treatment and Harry pursues legal battle over security, tensions that have strained father-son ties. For a monarchy built on tradition, even a cup of tea can feel like a small act of revolution. From a rare moment of reconciliation in Britain's royal family, we shift to Latin America, where Mexico is making a bold economic move that could reshape its trade ties with both China and the United States. Mexico announced it will raise tariffs on Chinese automobiles from 20% to 50% and increase levies on $52 billion worth of imports across steel, textile, and other goods, a move Economic Minister Marcelo Ebrard said would protect 325,000 jobs. But analysts argue it also aimed at appeasing Washington. China denounced the plan as coercive, while U.S. observers said it reflects pressure to curb Beijing's growing influence in Latin America. For Mexico, the gamble is clear: shielded industry at home, while proving loyalty to its biggest trading partner to the north. You're watching the Global News Update on Top Accolade News. Do stay with us. Still to come. Thanks for staying with us. Across the Pacific, a high-stakes immigration clash has tested U.S.-Korean relations after hundreds of Korean workers were swept up in a raid at a Georgia battery plant. Over 300 Korean workers detained in a U.S. immigration raid at a Hyundai LG battery plant site in Georgia were released on Thursday after 10 Seoul-Washington negotiations, though their repatriation was briefly delayed when President Donald Trump urged they remain to train American workers. President Lee Jae-myung warned that the crackdown could undermine billions in Korean investment, while both governments pledged follow-up talks on visa reforms. The raid rattled Seoul's business elites, highlighting a painful irony. America welcomes Korean factories, but not always the workers who build them. From diplomatic tensions to natural disaster, Southeast Asia is reeling for different reasons, this time in Bali, where deadly floods have left devastation across the island. The death toll from severe flooding on Indonesia's resort island of Bali climbed to 14 on Thursday, with 2 people still missing after torrential rains triggered landslides, submerged roads, and displaced over 500 residents. More than 600 rescuers and military personnel are clearing mud and debris as water recedes, while flights remain unaffected. The disaster highlights a sobering reality for a world tourist paradise. Even paradise drown when climate extremes strike. We turn to Britain, where a beloved television personality now faces serious criminal charges that could reshape his public image. TV presenter Jay Blades, best known for The Repair Shop, has pleaded not guilty to 2 counts of rape at Shrewsbury Crown Court and was granted bail, with his trial scheduled for September 2027 amid a severe case backlog. A case management hearing will take place in May 2026, while the judge criticized the justice system's delay. When justice drags, both truth and trust remain in limbo. And finally to sports, where sprint icon Usain Bolt is back in the spotlight with bold prediction ahead of the Tokyo World Championships. Sprint legend Usain Bolt, whose 9.58 world record has stood since 2009, claimed he could have clocked 9.42 seconds with today's carbon-plated super spikes while backing Jamaica's Keishawn Thompson and Oblique Civil to reclaim sprint glory at the Tokyo World Championships. The Bolt believes his mark remains safe for now. His reflection underscores a timely truth. Technology may sharpen speed, but greatness is measured in errors, not seconds. And that's our look at the world in flux, where politics, economies, and people's lives intersect in ways that shape tomorrow. We'll keep asking the hard question and connecting the dots so you see not just the headlines, but the bigger picture. I am Ojarumi Okocha. Do have a wonderful day and keep watching the global news updates on Top Accolade News.